Good morning. Do you know that 4.5 years ago, I had a ruptured brain aneurysm and it gave me a stroke and I fell on my floor and I was there for a couple of hours till a friend of mine found me and then they took me to the hospital and I had another stroke on the table. I was bleeding internally. I was paralyzed on my whole left side. I was in the hospital for 87 days. They found a tumor in my back about this big. It was a 9.8-hour surgery. I had an unknown infection for a whole month. They didn't know if they could get me better. They were trying different things. And the reason they found the tumor in my back was because one morning after therapy, the day before, I couldn't move from my waist down. I couldn't move my body. And I was like freaking out. I was like, I don't know what's wrong. I don't know what's wrong. I said, give me an MRI, something. Find out what's going on with me. They gave me an MRI and they found I had a tumor that was intertwined with my spine. And it was this big. And so they wanted to operate on me. I was afraid to get the operation because I had gone through so much. And the doctor was like, if I see that your heart is failing, Marjorie, I'll stop the operation. And so I agreed to it, and he got the paperwork right away, and I signed it. And then I had the surgery, but I was in the hospital for 87 days. I had lost my singing voice totally. I sounded like a munchkin. But the crazy thing is, when I did try to sing, I sounded like that. And I would remember the words, which was shocking. I hallucinated all over the place. I was thinking they had me in different rooms and laughing for no reason, and they just didn't think I was going to make it for 6 hours. And never mind, here I am, alive and well, and I gained my left side back. Like I said, was paralyzed on that side. You know, when you're a stroke person, you know how your arm is like that, and I kept taking my. Hold on a second. I had to get my tambourine. So I play the tambourine. So what I used to do, my hand was like this, and I would peel my fingers open, and I would say, "Take it, Marjorie, take it." And my hand wouldn't take it. I'm like, "Take it," and I would push my hands open until it would take it. And then finally, after a while, eventually, months, I would say, my hand finally would take it. But I had to envision it, that this was going to happen. I had to imagine my hand taking it. I had to imagine my body working. I had to imagine me getting my voice back. I had to imagine me going back to work again. I think within a month after I was out, I was actually when I went back to work, and I could only sing low notes. But now I can sing any note, I could sing all over the place, and I'm just so thankful it wasn't my time to die, and God had a purpose for me to be here, and I could play my tambourine and worship God and sing, and I could watch my grandchildren, and I could type and use my phone, because when I was at the hospital, I really, I would call people and my phone would be upside down, and it was just, I had I had a blood clot in my lung and in my leg. They had flown me back or actually speed me back in the ambulance back to the other hospital. I was just a mess. And a ruptured brain aneurysm, I mean, that's like inside it ruptures, and I have a dent in my head now because they had to choose, because I was bleeding internally when I arrived at the hospital. I was all like black and blue all over my stomach. They had to decide what were they going to do first. Cut my head open to coil that, because I have a titanium coil in my head now. Coil that or cut me open. So they chose to do this. They stopped that bleeding, but I had a second stroke, and I have scars down here and scars in the back, and and I have scars, but these are my battle wounds, and I'm just thankful that God saw fit, and so many people were praying, and there is power in prayer, and I just wanted to come on and tell you all about that. So if you ever feel like you're going through a hard time, there's other people that have gone through hard times too, and they've made it, and you got to keep trying, and you don't give up. And when you get knocked down, you get up again. And not to say I don't get sad, not to say I don't miss being able to dance all over the place, but I do. I try to dance again, but I when I had the second stroke, the doctor believes that's what created neuropathy. I have neuropathy from the waist down, and I use a rollator outside because my sidewalk is like crooked. But it gives me stability, it gives me freedom. I could throw my plate on there if I go to a restaurant. I could, like a buffet or something, I could throw my plate on there, and I don't need help. I even going to work, I lift up my walker, my rollator myself. It's a little heavy, has some weight to it, and I put it in there, and I am determined. And I take the walker down, and I just came. I just went to Atlantic City, and I brought all my stuff down, and I'm proud of myself because I'm making progress. But I want you to be proud of yourself for your progress and keep on going, keep on going, keep on going, because you can. Put it in your head. You can and you will. You can and you will. I will. I will. Don't tell me I can't, because I'm going to say, watch me. Have a great day. Bye.